Abusia, Professor Mark Oquaye, former Speaker of Parliament. Abusia, allegedly about told you as a pape. Any Ken Ofori Corrupt, former finance minister. Yes, pape wakwashe America, peno action on us, peno. Abisano and Semba Kumbi no abisi ne pape MI. Professor Mark Oquaye, former Speaker of Parliament. Abusia. And some about Bontama Pape allegedly Nidin etumi apiem bi we de ebia na mahunu kan abusia yonko ne nkokoti ne ekoso yes yintie ne ekoso ye wia abomode na ya kire adwe ha eda so aye be media je chabusa mesewa se enane de connect channel so a eni di kwan so e be so aso be subscribe be like na abusia wabo anso ahye dwumadie no ama for pensem bi atie no anya bi atie yintie koma ekoso e masisia
aye Professor Mark Oquaye, former Speaker of Parliament. Abusia ni din epiemu ewo aye Ken Ofori Corrupt aye ni dwane ye sikaria owia no Akroma ya Luta Oluti State Funds. Abusia top NDC aye communicator anase former NDC MP Abontin Ababe exposing no or say Professor Mark Oquaye, you should give us a break. Abusia or say or no ena during the time in Parliament. Ken Ofori Corrupt about Parliament as finance minister or say government no here space na omode akwa boro aba say papa no share Ken Ofori Corrupt or boa Ken Ofori Corrupt emane ko boro sika eba ya omode be luti omano. Abusia Honorable Ashaiman or the science seminar about Betuja. Credit goes to a year Joy Prime. I hope NSS Odisa and Commona.
Once you know every 4 years, you need to change them. If you loaded Baumia's
that's the party.
Yes, even let me tell you, the party is headed by the Professor Michael Oquaye and others, isn't it? Didn't you hear Professor Michael Oquaye even talking against some of the laws he has passed in Parliament? Didn't you hear? Professor Michael Oquaye was the person sitting down and allowing Ken Ofori Corrupt to abuse us. I was in Parliament. Nobody called me to educate me on that. So today, to me, when Professor Michael Oquaye is speaking, I watch it with some curious eyes because I knew what he did to us. This Templeton bond. I was in Parliament. Adongo, Haruna, Idris Honorable, Atufasi. No, don't do it this way. They went ahead. I was sitting right there. So today, if you tell me Professor Michael Oquaye and others, please, I'll take it with a pinch of salt. Because no human being is perfect. You get it right. And I agree on that.
So the floor is yours.
We are not. But let me do justice to some of the issues my brother raised. About my minister promising the nation 50,000 employment or recruitment. Yes, he did. He did on the...
That's the education ministry, you mean?
Yes, that's my boss. He did on the premise that we didn't promise to become and be paying the bondholders that they took their
money. No, come on.
They took their money, and for the first time we saw old men and old ladies holding walking sticks to go to the Ministry of Finance.
This is a weak defense.
He made this statement on June 25th. This is Ghana. And this is the kitty you left. We left you a kitty in 2017, 120 billion. You were living and you left 726.7 billion. About 606 billion you borrowed. Fine, we don't say borrow is not good. What did you use the money for? And when my brother says that the 10,000 or 12,000 kilometers of road is equals to what? From a road from here to Shanghai, you were shouting. Now give us in Ghana's context where the roads are. Give us. That okay, we are not talking about Shanghai. We are talking about Ghana. Where are the roads? And this is the time that we Ghanaians must take, we must critically critique the politicians. Like my brother sitting down here.
Like yourself.
These are the figures that you people left. And we are talking about those figures.
You don't see the roads.
And today, if a government comes, we didn't promise Ghanaians, we are coming to pay the Eurobond. We paid $700 million. Didn't you hear 247 last week?
Yep.
That is governance. What did they pay? What did they pay? We've invested about $9 billion in the energy sector. If we use that money, come to my Minister of Education, employ more than 50,000.
So what
This is the mess. We are cleaning your mess. You must be quiet.
Okay.
The type of mess you left made your finance minister run away from this country. I shudder to see an MPP person sitting by me talking again about finance while their finance minister has run away from this country. And that is what we are talking. We are talking about facts and figures here.
You don't have
what did they do to the NIB? We have come to pay about 1.9 billion Ghana cedis for NIB to come back to life again. They depleted the coffers. They had wanted to sell NIB. These are the people. And so when we are talking about economy today, you see, I feel shy having an MPP person sitting by me because the mess they have left, we are cleaning the mess. And within 1 year, we've been able to clean the mess, moving our debt to GDP from 61% to 43% within 12 months. And you have an MPP person sitting down with me saying, what? What is he talking about? We, my boss, have employed or engaged the people. If you have, Ghanaians have paid MPP appointees and you recruited people. You didn't show the way of paying their salaries. You give them appointment letters. Is that not it? Now a new government comes. You left a mess. You want him to, on the same day, to be employing that. We did, my boss did over 10,000. Those appointments that they have paid. Yes, they've started paying them. That makes sense. During their time, what did they do to even contractors?
That's not true.
We paid over 5 billion.
Have you paid contractors in this country?
5 billion. We paid 5 billion.
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? Didn't you hear? You see, these are the people who don't read anything. They come and sit down here and be talking.
Honorable. With due respect.
I will draw. So I said I will draw. No, I said I will draw. Be quiet. You are making noise. That's what I said.
No.
He's withdrawn that.
I've withdrawn.
And you can't tell me.
I've withdrawn 10 times.
I respect you. You cannot tell me I should be quiet and I don't read anything before I comment. What are you talking about?
No. Once you are making your presentation,
I respect you. So like that respect you. Don't do that at all.
During their time,
you just
even
been
the BEC
by the question.
No.
See, I'll come back to you.
Respect yourself.
I'll come back to you.
Respect.
But if you disrespect me, I'm not going to.
I said what I said. That is not what
He has done that. He has done
I will draw 10,000.
Apologize.
But let us come.
Let's not creep.
No, look, we are in this country. These people, BEC people wrote exams. Why could not release their results? Just because they wouldn't pay.
The 100 and something.
122 million. They couldn't pay. These are the people in government wearing suits. They couldn't pay 120 for the BEC student to have their results to go to secondary school. We have paid that. They said, did you hear that we are owing anything? You can't just stand up and be talking about my minister. Because he has done the yeoman's job. The teacher training that the MPP people campaigned that we are going to cancel. Did we cancel it? The nursing training allowance, did we cancel it? Did Atufosin pay them? This is governance. And I'm saying that I'm not calling God just for calling it on political chauvinism. Because it has been a miracle for this country that we have a president that has been so prudent. We have the Minister of Finance that has been able to pay our debt. And today, Ghana City has appreciated for the first time over 40%. Or if my figure is right, that's it. Have City appreciated under them? Even under us. We took the e-levy that they told us that if you don't pay e-levy, you can't even breathe in Ghana. We took it off. What happens? We took COVID levy off. What happens?
And how many?
We took betting tax off. What happens? This is governance. You know, even Jesus Christ, the time he came, he roamed the whole world looking for what? Apostles. Is that not it?
Yeah.
He got 12. Do you get it right? And one of them, Judas Iscariot, betrayed him. Is that not it? I am beginning to feel that we have the descendants of Judas Iscariot in Ghana.
And the other again.
I say I'm beginning to feel that way. Because they see no good on anything that is good. They see no right on anything that is right. I am not campaigning. MPP should feel ashamed. And now, if Baumia is coming, why should we be afraid? Because if you do management, you know that top-down approach is dictatorial and bottom-up approach is democratic. Is that not it? Why are they using the same polling station executive to vote here? Once you know every 4 years, you need to change them. if you loaded Baumia so well,
that's the party.
yes, even let me tell you, the party is headed by the Professor Michael Oquaye and others, isn't it? Didn't you hear Professor Michael Oquaye even talking against some of the laws he has passed in Parliament? Didn't you hear? Professor Michael Oquaye was the person sitting down and allowing Ken Ofori to abuse us. I was in Parliament. Nobody called me to educate me on that. So today, to me, when Professor Michael Oquaye is speaking, I watch it with some curious eyes because I knew what he did to us. This Templeton bond. I was in Parliament. Adongo, Haruna, Idris Honorable, Atufasi. No, don't do it this way. They went ahead. I was sitting right there. So today, if you tell me Professor Michael Oquaye and others, please, I'll take it with a pinch of salt because no human being is perfect. You get it right, and I agree on that.
So you believe that bringing Baumia will not change anything?
What is it going to change? The man who told my child, educate him on TV, that when you go to a place and they give you 1,000 interchanges and they put Ghana card, take Ghana card. Why would I be afraid of that person? 1,000 interchanges. Take it that I send my child to Japan and they are giving grants to Ghana card and 1,000 interchanges. And Baumia have already educated my child that when you go to Japan and you see 1,000 interchanges grant, don't take it, take Ghana card. What do you think will happen? What will be the impact? I am telling you that is what I am going to use to campaign if he wins. Because this man can deceive us. He did it before. 1,000 interchange, I should forget about. Look, if we have even 100 interchanges in this country, how will our businesses go? So they should bring him.
Okay.
We are not scared.
Okay, Honorable.
We are going to use governance. We are going to use proper governance. We are not going to debate on who is best or who is not best. We are going to use what? Proper governance. Where inflation, exchange rate, debt levels will come down, where opportunities will be open. Listeners are making a mistake. When I was talking about agriculture, I'm talking about 24-hour economy. Okay. So it is not big put. And that is what we are going to use the voter basin for. The voter basin will be used for that. And then the lake will be used for transportation.
Very well.
And that is what Ghana is looking at.
Okay.
So MPP, I am sorry, MPP is doing that. We are going
Honorable, it's okay. Let me wrap up.
Look at your balances and
you cannot disturb this program. You are done with your woman. You are not going to entertain of it.
I will not talk again.
You are being very disruptive.
Let me wrap up. My very last question to you.
Look at how you are sweating.
No, if you don't know me, who I am.
Gentlemen, your time. Musa, let me wrap up with you. From what we have heard, if Dr. Baumia eventually picks up this nod and is to face the NDC, how are the chances going to be looking at, knowing very well that the issue of consistency that Jeffrey spoke about, we're bringing the same person again? Would it make a difference?
Look, the reality is that we've done a scenario involving top 4 NDC candidates against Baumia. And he's losing against all of them.
Wow. Regardless of whoever the NDC brings.
Yes, in terms of the 4 leading candidates.
Yeah.
Haruna Idrisu, Atufosin, Sedwin Ketia, and Julius Debra.
Dr. Baumia will lose against any of them.
That's the current polling data.
Would it change? We have 3 years to do this. Would it change in any way?
Oh yes, definitely things will move up and down. For some of the candidates, it might be very close. And for some, the gap will still be there. Currently, the poll shows that Haruna Idrisu and Atufosin will get the biggest landslide possibly. But Sedwin Ketia and Julius might win with a whisker, which is not what you want to have.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you very much for your time this morning, Mr. Danko. I really appreciate it.
My pleasure.
Great. Mr. Danko is the Director for Global Info Analytics joining us this morning. Jeffy,
so
you have
time. I have time because
you know, whenever you talk about dry bones, who is more rattled? Is the old lady, old man, if you like. So I understand why Honorable here is so irate and all of us started shouting. With all the shouting, the fact still remains that your boss, as you say, now I understand. I'm getting the whole picture. That he
created a bigger picture for you too.
He's in the frame of harboring the intent.
You still disagree with
harboring the intent to lead the NDC, and that is. And now I understand the spirited defense.
You didn't like the facts and figures that he gave.
No. See, the facts still remain.
What do you think it is?
The fact still remains. Of all the things that he said, the fact still remains that the honorable minister lied. June 25th, 2025. When did he realize that DDEP had been passed and was being rolled out in this country? When did he realize the books, the balance, and the expenditure when he took office? When was he appointed? I am talking about the chronology of his promise. On June 25th, I repeat, that by the end of this year, you are going to employ 50,000 teachers and 10,000 non-teaching staff. That is what I'm saying. I don't care about all the shouting and, disrespecting our viewers. I do not care about that. The fact still remains that your boss...
Beyond that, he mentioned that they've made some very significant gains.
The fact still remains that you said you were going to employ 50,000, which you didn't. That is fact. So I'm saying that beyond the rhetorics, if you go down, people are really suffering. Didn't you promise us in your first budget that you are going to create 240,000 jobs in agriculture? Did you do it? The 24-hour economy, did you do it? The Women's Development Fund, did you do it? Now, the 1 million coders, how many have you trained? So we are talking about your lies, and they will chase after you. Irrespective of the spirited argument that you raise, the fact is fact that on June 25th, he promised that he's going to do this, and he didn't.
Okay. Solo, do I go for messages and come back?
No, but anyhow, anyway.
Solo is the chillest person in the studio this morning. It's very, very chilled. All right, let me see if I can